Hi, folks. So, what an interesting day. I went out with my wife in the afternoon just to break the day up a little bit, and we thought we'd go into a local Wetherspoons pub called the Hensford Lodge in Hensford Lodge in I can't remember where. Anyway, in Hensford, the Hedgeford Lodge in Hensford, which is just on the outside of Cannock. Anyway, we sat down and were looking at the menu and stuff, and just about to order a drink. And when the barman comes up and says, "I'm sorry, you're still barred," and we were like, "Barred? For what? Why?" No, it was in a little room, and there was a man on one table and an elderly couple on another table, and everybody could feel them looking. And when asked why, Hedgeford Lodge, yes, the Hedgeford Lodge in Hensford, a bit of a tongue twister. So when we asked why, he said, because of the comments you made last year. That's how long it has been. We were in a couple of weeks ago. We were sat outside, so we didn't think anything of it really. We got served, we had a drink, we had a bite to eat, we met a friend, and we said, "Why?" "Because you've been barred." "For what?" "For the comments you made last year." So it appears that this is all to do with what we termed sausagegate. And last year, my wife, I'd sat down, I had Archie, my little assistant's dog, in his legal coat with his legal paperwork, which is always in the pocket, and the manageress started getting a bit funny with my wife as she was trying to order, saying, "Has he got the official paperwork?" And we said, "Yeah, of course, he wouldn't have official paperwork without having an official coat. He's completely legal. You know that. We've been coming in for years." And then the manageress, I think, walked away. I was in a different room, but the manageress walked away, and a customer who knew us by sight had just finished their whatever they were eating, and there was a sausage about the size of my thumb, on the edge of his plate, and he said, "You can give that to Archie." And we said, "Oh, thank you." Anyway, the manageress went mad, said, "You can't do that. You can't take food off somebody else's plate," bearing in mind that these other people have paid for the food. And we explained it was for Archie, and she said, "No, it's non-transferable," or words to that effect, "to animals or other humans." So according to this manageress at the Hedgeford Lodge in Hensford, if you leave anything on your plate, you can't give it to anybody else in your party who may want to finish that meal for you. So we put this on Facebook last year, and for doing that, she said today through an employee that we were barred. I just laughed. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. Got barred for giving them a bad review. I'll give anybody a review if I want to give them a review. If it's good, I'll give them a good review. If it's negative, I'll give them a negative review. I have the right to do so. They, of course, have the right to bar me if they so wish. But I'm wondering what's behind it, because also in the conversation last year, she said something along the lines of, you should be grateful that we're allowing you and your dog in anyway. And we're like, whoa, hang on a minute now. If you're saying that Archie can't come in, that's discrimination of a disabled person from coming in. That is legally very thin ice that you're on. So, you know, she said, it's our policy. So my wife asked, can I see the policy? Of course, she never came back. She went into the office and never came back. And we were asked to leave. She said, I'm not serving you. So we're bad. So I don't know. Well, I certainly won't be going back to the Hedgeford Lodge in Hensford again now, ever. Whether if we're meeting friends, we'll have to meet somewhere else. I've got a pub nearer to me that I go in, and they love Archie. Absolutely love him. You know, it's not a hygiene issue. A lot of people think it might be, but it's not. You're more likely to get a hygiene issue from children, from somebody with a cold. You know, somebody sneezing is more of a hygiene issue than my dog that sits under the table, out of the way, as he's trained to do, never barks. So it's just, I've not been bad for a pub for many years, probably back into the 80s since the last time I was barred from a pub. Anyway, so I just wanted to do, my wife Safi has done another write-up on her Facebook profile, which will probably mean we're banned for life. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do my review through this method. See how they like that. I've also got a lady I know. I don't know her name, but I do know that she's a reporter for our local paper. And I see her occasionally when I'm walking Archie. So there might be a little tale going to our local paper about this very amusing story. So on that note, that's it. I thought I would share. Remember, the Hedgeford Lodge in Hensford, Cannock, Staffordshire is not very welcoming to guide dogs or assistance dogs, in my case, at all, legally or illegally. So be warned. If I've said anything wrong, come and get me. But I haven't, so you can't. So there we go. Anyway, that's all from me, and I'll speak to you again soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.